Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. If you did not see my build a team yesterday, it was a UU team, and that upload is also important for a couple of reasons. One, because it would have told you that I am uploading every day this week, and also because it would be telling you that I am extremely rusty just from listening to me, and as well that I'm having some volume issues on my computer. I cannot figure out what happened, but I am going to have my father look at it tonight, and then hopefully it will be fixed for tomorrow's upload. But today, if you're looking at the team preview, this is going to be a standard RU match against a person by name of Pooj. Now, looking at the teams, you're going to see that we both have a couple of Pokemon that are similar, being the Hitmonlee and the Crustle. Now, also, if you guys remember this RU team, my RU gimmicky team that I kind of showed off in a Build-A-Team, a couple of Pokemon have changed. The Gramble and the Whirlipede are both gone, and now they have been replaced with Slowking and Crustle. And now you're probably thinking, ProPokeNoob, what are you doing? You have two guys that are weak to fire, and you have two water types. What are you thinking? And I tell you now, I still done the typing thing in my head. Both Slowking and Kabutops can resist the fire very easily, and in the ways of weaknesses for Slowking and Kabutops, I have other Pokemon to take it for them, so I'm not too concerned. So for all you worried viewers, do not be concerned. Now looking at his team in the ways of threats and in the ways of leads, Quagsire I just hate. It's just an annoying Pokemon to me, it annoys me, and I need to keep Rotomcut alive. But in the ways of his leads, I didn't really know what he wanted to do. I mean, Roselia could be a lead, Crustle could be a lead, he could even lead with Hitmonlee and start a little mini sweep, but then again, you know, I do have a couple of walls that would stop that. Typhlosion could possibly be Scarfed, and maybe try and take out a poke right away, but I'm just going to lead with Shelgon, because in the case that he does lead with Roselia or Crustle, I have the Fire Blast, and I don't expect that. Or if he tries to send out something like Spiritomb or Quagsire, I do have Toxic. Or I could just Protect and scout for stuff like Hitmonlee just to see what they're going to do and kind of ruin his Unburden. Or if he leads with Typhlosion, I could just Protect and see what he's going to lock himself into. So Shelgon seems to be the most logical lead, and now I will see you at the battle. So, I promised you a shorter battle today, and this is a very short match, so I will not try and make it any longer with my talking. I am going to lead off with Shelgon. He does indeed lead off with his Roselia, just as sweet. But I didn't know what this thing was going to do, and what do you know, it's just like a normal Roserade and just goes for Sleep Powder. It's okay, Shelgon is good sleep fodder, so that's not too bad. I'm going to switch to my Crustle now, which can actually set up, as he actually sets up a layer of Toxic Spikes, and that's what I was kind of fearing. But I'm going to go for the Stone Edge and miss, as he actually goes for Leaf Storm and hits very painfully. So, you know, definitely I'm going to have to set up my rocks now before I'm about to die. But lucky for me, he actually misses this Leaf Storm, which is perfect, because now I can set up the one layer of spikes before he takes me out, which will also allow me to switch into Slowking, since this thing's going to be at -4 special attack, and I don't have to worry about any damage coming off this thing. So I'm going to send in Slowking just before it gets Toxic. Poison is kind of better, as he sets up the second layer of Toxic Spikes now, and I just go straight for Psyshock. I believe this is the Life Orb one. Yeah, this is Life Orb with Nasty Plot, yes. So, I've changed it now to Trick Room, by the way, but right now it's Nasty Plot. So he's going to send in Spiritomb, which is kind of, he's going to go for Pursuit. I thought he might do that, so I just go straight for the Slack Off, just to kind of scout, but now I realize that's doing way too much damage, and it looks banded to me. So I'm just going to have to stay in, fire off a Skull to deal as much damage as I can to it, and I am going to die to my own Life Orb recoil, but that's okay, because now I know this thing is locked into Pursuit. So I'm going to go into Rotom Cut to threaten him out. He's actually going to switch out and go into his Crustle, which is kind of interesting. He should have just kind of left that thing in, maybe. I don't know. But I am going to go for the T-Bolt, and basically he's not going to be able to set up any more hazards, because I'm going to be able to take him out with a second T-Bolt. So that's a dead Crustle. Spiritomb's going to die on the switch-in, so I don't know what's happening here. But he's going to switch into Typhlosion, and I know this thing is faster because he switched it in right now. So I'm going to switch into Kabutops to resist the fire move. He actually goes for Overheat, which scares the heck out of me. But luckily, because he's hurt so much, it's not going to do that much damage, and especially since I'm ×4 resistant to it. But now he's going to switch, he has to switch out, and he's going to switch into his Spiritomb, which is excellent death fodder, because he's going to see what I'm going to go for, and it was actually I make a switch and go to my Rotom Cut, which allows him to actually switch into Typhlosion, which is the best play for him. However, because it's so weak, and he's probably going to go for something else, but I switched into I switched into Kabutops, but he makes an excellent play, goes for the Focus Blast, predicting this, and he's going to take out my Kabutops. But what happens now is I can send in Hitmonlee and set up my Unburden with the Fake Out using my normal gem, which allows me to double the speed. However, I should have waited until this stupid derp was killed, being that Quagsire, However, I'm going to go for the close combat, and he's going to set up a curse. Now, maybe he wasn't thinking that I would do that much damage, but this is a Hitmonlee, and it is a Quagsire, and Quagsire, even though it is a pain in the arse, it's not that bad when it takes a close combat. So I am going to soften him up with a second close combat, and now his last Pokemon is his own Hitmonlee, and this was the main reason for uploading this. Look at what this thing does, okay? He's going to come in, I'm like, okay, he's just going to use Fake Out and then outspeed me and kill me. So I'm going to switch out, go into my Shelgon to take the Fake Out, but he actually goes for Fling, and he flings the Helix Fossil. And, wow, right then and there, I gave the guy a virtual high five. That is the coolest guy in the world, and I will explain the effect of Helix Fossil afterwards. But right now he's got high jump kick as well, which is also interesting because what that means is if he misses, he's going to get hurt, right? And in this case, he actually does miss the high jump kick. Now what this means is because he's not carrying close combat, I'm trying to wake up now and go for Protect, because if he misses, he's going to kill himself again. So in this case, I actually do wake up and get the Protect off, which means that he is going to miss, he's going to technically miss the second high jump kick, and he is going to keep going and crash and take himself out for the match. That was an excellent match. Pooj, comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Just to go back to that Helix Fossil thing, Helix Fossil, when flung, gives base 100 Dark, and that's actually pretty good because what the guy said was he basically does it because it throws a lot of people off guard. It's a very painful shot, and it does take out those Pokemon that you generally switch into, like Shelgon. That would do a lot more damage than a Fake Out, obviously, right? And it is a Dark typing as well, which does give you that little bit of advantage. But he also said he wanted to try out Iron Ball, and I recommended for him not to because Iron Ball is base 130. But it halves your speed, which is not good. And I think it just, no, that's Lagging Tail, that makes you automatically last, but I'm pretty sure Iron Ball halves your speed. So, with Hitmonlee, you're going to go from half speed to double the speed, but the thing is you want to be able to kind of still have that speed to set up its Unburden to make it even faster. That's the whole point of Hitmonlee. So, I recommend Helix Fossil, but guys, I'm serious, like, flinging a Helix Fossil, that is just... That was golden. That was a golden day for me, and I had a happy day for the rest of my days that day. But anyways, now that I'm talking crazy, because I've noticed I am extremely rusty, but getting back into it, have an excellent day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow with a non-Pokemon battle. I will surprise you with the upload, but you will see it. Until then, everyone, have an excellent day. Peace.